Hello, RC Freak 1093 here. I'm going to be teaching you how to take the motor out and put it back into your original. This isn't how you do it with the new ones. With your original XMODS micro, mini, whatever you want to call it, small RC car. Now you need a couple things. First off, you need the XMOD, obviously. Here's mine. You need a screwdriver. They actually come with the XMOD, in case you didn't know that. And I like to keep a pair of pliers handy, just in case things get ugly. Now, first things first, you want to flip the car over. There's a switch right here that you're going to want to flip this way, like that, and pop the body out. You take the body off, and you have the inside of the car. It's frustrating looking, huh? Don't let it scare you. Okay, now you start by unscrewing the antenna. This is optional. I prefer to do it. It helps if you do it, though, because it won't get in your way later. Take this screw out of the plate. This plate right here, take the screw out of it. Just put that somewhere so you won't lose it with the antenna. Now, you unscrew these 4 screws here. Here, 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 and here. Take those out. Like this. Like that. Now there's 2 more screws you need to worry about. There's one here, right there. Look at the tip of the screwdriver, you'll see where it's pointing, and right here. Same position, other side of the car. Take those out. Be careful not to strip them, because those are really hard to get your hands on new ones. So if you strip them out, you're in a bit of a position there. Now, oh snap. I'm being really stupid here, but you should generally take the batteries out of the car before you start doing something like this. As you can see, I did not take mine out. Alright, so now that you've gotten those screws out, I'm going to yank my batteries out real quick. In fact, you don't even need the battery housing covers on in this case, because you're not using the batteries at all. Now once you've gotten those screws undone, this piece here should just lift off, like that, see? So now you can get into the engine right here. Now, it depends on how you have the engine mounted, but I have a heatsink installed on mine. So there's generally going to be 2 screws in this area here, here, and here, that you need to take out for the heatsink to pop off. Or whatever, however you have your motor attached, you'll need to take those screws off for it to pop out. I mean, you may not have to, but with this particular setup, you do. The battery casings slide forward if you need to move them out of your way, so. And the engine just lifts out like that. Now, there's a clip right here the engine's on. Just push down. Here, I'll move it closer to the camera so you can see it. See this clip right here? See what it looks like? Push down on this top part right here and pull it apart. And now you can see how beat up this engine is, which is actually why I'm taking it out, so I can replace it. Alright, now to put the motor back in. Here's the motor I'm going to be replacing it with. See? Oh, I have it upside down, sorry. It's a stage 2. I don't know if you can read that too well. Stage 2. My other one was stage 1. Now, what I'm hoping is that this will give me a little bit more juice. Alright. So, now what you gotta do is you gotta flip the car over. See these 2 screws in the bottom here, this one and this one? They gotta go. So, take them out. Like that. And the back end of your car will slide off just like that. Leave the drive shaft That metal rod sticking out, leave that in. Now, this thing right here, I don't know if you can see it. This thing, the blue thing. Pull that out. It's this thing. That's your pinion gear. Now you want to replace that with the pinion gear that goes with the motor you're using. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm being completely retarded here and using the wrong type. Okay, so match up the pinion gear with the motor, and now you have to put the pinion gear back where it belongs, then slide the body back on. Get it till it goes to the drive shaft, and then just start turning the pinion gear until it locks in and the drive shaft starts spinning. At that point, you can flip the car back over and put those two screws that you just took out back in. That'll hold the car together for you. So, now, where's that other screw? There it is. Alrighty. Okay, so once those screws are back in, flip the car back over here, like this. So you've got it like this. My shocks are too sensitive. Whatever. Okay, so now you take the motor that you were going to replace it with and slide it into the heatsink or whatever you were going to put, whatever you had holding the motor, and slide it in. So I have it like that now. Now you sit the motor back in the spot that it was in. And just tighten those screws down. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it before when I said I was being stupid. I'm like that. I have a one-track mind. I lose track of stuff really fast. So anyway, what I was saying is match up the color pinion gear you use with the color tape on the motor. So if it's red, you want to use a red pinion gear, not a white one like I'm doing. Like I said, I'm being retarded. But it works. I mean, you can if you want, just I wouldn't recommend it. Now you clip the motor back in. Okay, so take these two plugs. Hope the solder doesn't break there. It's about to. And you clip them together, just like that. So now you've got your motor hooked up. See? Back in and everything. And now you've got to do the fun part, which is putting the car completely back together. Alright, now you may notice that your antenna wire has become caught underneath some of these. If you can free it, do. I recommend don't. Well, I wouldn't recommend not. I don't feel like it. I'm too lazy. But if you can free it, do. It helps you out because your antenna is easier to manipulate that way. Alright, so slide this piece back on and take these two long screws. Now if you turn the car sideways, you'll notice there's three little grooves in this area right here that you can actually see inside, so you can see where you're sticking the screw through. So wait till it lines up, and just tighten it in. And then just basically, from that point on, you follow everything back the way you did it before to take it out. Put the car back together. And you put it in, test the battery, test it out, and hope you did it right. Thanks for watching.